All right, we're here at SuperTraining Gym. I'm here with my boy Tom. We got a special announcement. It is October 1st, 2020. Tom, tell them what's going on.
Just signed up for a bodybuilding show, or tomorrow I'm going to sign up for a bodybuilding show. December 5th at Sacramento, the Governor's Cup. I'm going to do my first show. So I did powerlifting last year, and this year I'm going to start bodybuilding.
Yeah, why do something today that you can put off till tomorrow? Good idea, Tom. No, just kidding. We're going to have them sign up tomorrow, and we're going to show you guys the whole process, because I found that when I went through my bodybuilding show that it was actually really complicated, and I had one of the best coaches in the world. And so Hani Rambad, fortunately for me, he held my hand all the way through a lot of it and gave me a lot of great guidance. I also had Michael Hearn and some of these great people to lean on. But I know for a lot of you guys, and for here at SuperTraining Gym, Tom can lean on me. We have our buddy Tom File. We got our boy Nsima. We have a lot of great resources right here at SuperTraining, along with some SuperTraining friends, Stan Efforting, and so on. And so we can get Tom access to a lot of people, but he's still got to really do the work by himself. And I want to take you guys through this journey. Tom wants to take you guys through this journey. So we're going to show you, Tom trying to figure out what kind of trunks to get, what division to sign up for. It gets to be really complicated. Do you have any idea what division you're signing up for and stuff?
So, yeah, because you have to do that signing up. I was thinking I was going to do Classic, which makes sense, but it doesn't. I know Classic is for a bigger guy. Physique is normally where a smaller guy like me would start, but I'm a big fan of Classic, and that's what I want to do. So I'd rather get my ass whooped in the division I want to be in, and kind of motivate me to work towards it a bit harder. But
this process can be confusing. Tom has how many weeks?
9 weeks.
Got about 9 weeks, which is kind of shotgunning it for your first show, but Tom's in good shape. He's been lifting for a long time. He has a background in wrestling. You guys have seen his story on this channel before, and he did a powerlifting meet last year, and he was very successful, did a great job with that. But his real passion has always been bodybuilding, right?
Yeah. I mean, I've been a fan of bodybuilding since I was saying 10. I'm an artist, so I was drawing bodybuilders, and my parents probably thought I was weird, but I love guys like Arnold and Zane, the golden era of bodybuilding. I used to draw guys like Conan. So yeah, I've always wanted to do it, and I never did. I was like, oh, I'm not going to be that good, so why try, which is a bad attitude. And I figure now it's something I love, so I should get involved in it, kind of make it a lifelong pursuit.
Baby oil, short shorts, tanning.
What's not to love?
It's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to see how he does with it. We're going to show you guys, what federation he chose, why he chose it, what contest he picked, why he picked it, what types of foods he's eating, why he might get switched from a sweet potato to a regular potato, why he might eat a potato skin and not eat a potato skin, why there was some early discussions about how much cardio he should do. And Sima was saying, oh man, nine weeks, you should hit it hard right away, 45 minutes. And we just had a small disagreement. I was like, well, Tom is in good shape already. He has a pretty quick metabolism. Let's save those 45 minutes of cardio down the road. Now, I also got to back off a little bit and say that the Natty Professor knows bodybuilding way better than I do. But I'm just kind of spitballing ideas, and we're thinking down the road. So we're trying to think of what are the best, what's the most optimal way to do all this. And unfortunately, the most optimal way is not really the true way, because Tom doesn't have time to do the most optimal way. It can't be. You can't just quit working here at Slingshot and just sit around and eat rice cakes and whey protein all day, although that's what he's going to do because he doesn't care. But no, there's going to be inconveniences in everyone's life. Even a professional bodybuilder doesn't always get to do everything the exact way that they want. Maybe they have kids, maybe they have other obligations, maybe they have a business, maybe they even just have a sponsor that they got to do commercials for or something like that. So there's always going to be something that's kind of pulling you away. But we're going to take you through and show you his cardio, show you his training, showing you the supplementation and the balancing act of trying to be as big on stage as possible without getting fat.
Yeah.
And trying to tighten up and just maybe work on any of the weaknesses that he has. We know we need to bring up the calves, right? We know we need to bring up the legs a little bit. But actually, there's some hope for you guys out there, for some of you that don't have the greatest calves, because I was noticing when he was training the other day that I think there's a lot of stuff that we can do. We just haven't done it just yet, and so we're going to get to that right away. But I'll explain a lot more in detail on what we're going to do, and hopefully we can turn these calves into something that we can all be proud of and happy for. But the calves need a little bit of work. The legs need a little bit of work. The rest of them's coming together really well. I commented on his shoulders a few weeks ago, and his shoulders are already getting a lot bigger. His back is looking good. Go ahead and turn around. I mean, look, the back is leaned out, and any of this little stuff, boom, boom, that's just gonna be gone really fast. Go ahead and flex the triceps. You guys are gonna see striations through the triceps. You're gonna see striations. He has kind of the makings of a Christmas tree. He kind of had one a few weeks ago, and then we brought back a little bit of size. But you're gonna see striations through here. You're gonna see striations through the shoulders. What would really be the goal would be to see if we can get some striations in the legs. But that's going to be tough because Tom doesn't naturally have a lot of weight on the legs just yet. So that'll be the toughest one. But if we can get striations there, then we're good to go. But we're excited to take you guys through this. Tom, you got any closing words here?
Yeah, just real quick. The people might ask, and I'll just go ahead and answer it now. Why 9 weeks? Why not take time to get big? And we went to a show. I was real excited, and Mark commented you should get your feet wet as soon as possible. So there was a show that was 4 weeks out and a show that was 8 weeks, and I said, well, 8 weeks is enough time to get super shredded, and then you enjoy the show, go through the process, and then if I make mistakes, then I could spend 6 months, getting ready for the next show. But that's, why it's such a short timeline. I was excited, and I want to get after it.
And, in Tom's experience with graphic design and some of the stuff that he does here, I would think that, there's always opportunities. There's always opportunities to go back and do your homework. There's always opportunities to go back to the university. There's always opportunities to go back into the classroom. And if you think about, what Tom does here at Slingshot, even though he had a full education, if he had an opportunity earlier to come in here and to step foot in SuperTraining and to work with us a little earlier on, maybe that process would have brought him along a little bit differently. But could he have still gone back to college? Can he still go back and work on building a bigger body? Can he still go back and do it, take the longer route with bodybuilding? Of course he can, but what's going to be the best thing? Is the best thing to read the books, or is the best thing to start to learn how to write the books? In my opinion, it's best to get around the people that really know what they're doing. It's best to learn how to fail fast, like fall on your face. Really screw up and be like, wow, that was a disaster, right? And when you do that, when you learn from some of your mistakes. I mean, we're not going to let them make those mistakes. But when you have an opportunity to do something, I think that you should jump on it and you should do it. Because no matter how prepared you are, you're going to be terrified. You're going to be scared of your first job or of that first opportunity that comes along. So take that opportunity, try to learn from it the best you can, and really start to embrace and try to learn your craft the best you possibly can.
That's it.
Strength is never weakness. Weakness is never strength. Give Carlos a good punch there, Tom.
Catch you guys later.